have a
That's
serrated
so
knife.
sharp.
It's a knife.
This is so dangerous. Oh, God. Audio listeners, she's cut herself. She's bleeding everywhere. We're calling 911.
Whine about it.
Wine About It. Welcome to Wine About It, week 17. This is my cat. Okay, maybe I won't show you. He's really mad when I'm trying to... let me...
Yeah, Durs sucks.
This is my cat.
Durs has been really
This is him. He
problematic lately.
I love you. Well, that's just because he's racist.
In the first 20 seconds, are you serious?
What? I didn't say a swear word. We're working on it. I didn't say he's perma-racist.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Great. Excellent. Welcome to Wine About It, everybody. Cutie's eyes are really freaking me out. Because they actually look green because she's wearing a green dress. It really freaks me out.
Dude, I hate the new setup. Because I look fat in it.
What new setup?
Like, I hate being zoomed in and taking up so much of the screen. Compared to before on Wine About It, we were so zoomed out.
You think you look fat because you take up more of the screen? When you crop a picture, are you fatter?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
I know.
That is some
I didn't
body
say I was
dysmorphia
well.
Woman. That's not it.
She's fine.
Okay.
People said our podcast is too depressing.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, the people. I saw it.
Well, we have more sad stuff to talk about today, so they're gonna
It was like it was like people that like I don't think like normally listen. They were like, I saw Wine About It came back and I listened to it, and man, do those girls have problems. I was like,
God. Yeah.
Like, oh, hey mom, sorry. It's
Okay.
awkward. I actually just was at dinner last night. Speaking of casual things, I was at dinner last night and I was talking about how you got roofied.
At dinner?
Yeah, because I was with
for good conversation.
Yeah, because Hassan and Will didn't know it ever happened.
Oh, really?
Because they left early on Twitch Rivals.
That was a time. I think that's the only time I've cried in front of you. In person. We've cried over the phone plenty of times, but IRL?
When have I cried in front of you? At the after party?
Yeah.
I'm a crier when I'm mad. It pisses me off because it's hard to stay mad. But I've also cried on stream like so many times. She's a crier.
Yeah, I've definitely seen you cry on stream.
You know what's funny is there's this one, I was talking to a friend. I was talking to Squeaks.
Anonymous.
A close friend of mine. I was talking to Squeaks about another streamer. I was talking shit, you know,
Drama.
me. But no, I was talking about this streamer and I was like, I never really have known this streamer, but my first impression with them was bad. And it made me like zone out and realize how many people have had awful first impressions of me because all of my viral clips are literally the worst. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
My first impression of you was really bad. We've talked about this before. But I don't know that I give off the best one either. I was talking to someone about this the other day, and I brought you up when I was talking about it.
I think your overall, people are like, oh, bird girl.
Yeah, but then they talk to me and I'm real dry, you know?
Yeah, but it's better to be bird girl overall than like bitch cryy girl.
QTCinderella from the Rod Show.
Yeah, exactly. Or Ludwig's girlfriend. And you're like, oh, great. Because I think sometimes when you get called someone's girlfriend, you get like the ninja wife treatment where they're like, that's nice. And you're like, hey.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah. No, I was talking to someone about this recently. I was like, I wish that I was more bubbly.
Because me too.
It was, what? How did it come up? It was, my boyfriend went somewhere to like a party or something, and he was like, you know who's like the nicest person ever? And I was like, who? And he's like, Extra Emily. And I was like, that is
always
true. Because she is so bubbly and so nice, and everyone thinks that. Everyone, when they meet her, they're like, oh my god, she's great, you know?
I'm obsessed with her. She's my new obsession.
So bubbly and so sweet. Yeah. And I wish I was like that. And I also, that's why I brought you up in conversation, is I was like, yeah, I don't know, Cutie and I are just not like that. I don't know why I had to throw you in there,
I am.
But no,
I am
definitely not.
You know
but
me.
Like, how fun would that be if we were just like really nice, and then when people left conversation, they like felt better. You know,
that
they
would
like
be
felt
cool.
good. They were like happier.
Well, I don't think I'm mean in conversations. But I don't think people leave happier talking to me compared to Extra Emily.
Right.
I look forward to Positivity Tuesday. I get a caller, we get a check-in. I thought about like upping the ante, like once a month, like, you know, send her flowers or like a mariachi band or something.
That would be crazy.
I thought it was funny, but I haven't done it yet. We'll see.
Coming up. Up next.
On Positivity Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I was talking about that the other day. I don't know. I think it'd be nice, but I don't think we're ever going to be like that. I don't think we're cut out for it.
I just don't have that much energy. Speaking of, I can't sleep.
Yes.
Okay, well, I've always had problems not sleeping, but it's worse.
Yes. Should we address this wine problem before we start talking about everything?
Oh, yes, because we have a wine podcast. Actually, you know, it's so funny. Last week, everybody, what was my fake boyfriend's name? Harry Styles. This was Harry Styles' favorite wine. Isn't that funny?
Oh, really?
Ménage à Trois, a red blend. He used to always have this.
Okay, here's the problem.
Maya's broke.
Maya doesn't have a wine bottle opener because we've only had twist-offs.
Because she's poor.
This is not a twist-off. So, I have a collection of items here. I have a
That's so knife. Sharp.
It's a knife.
Audio listeners, it's a sharp knife.
I have a serrated knife. I have a lighter. I have a screwdriver. I have a pocket knife. And I have a fork. I think the pocket knife is probably going to be the least successful.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually like to try the serrated knife. I feel like this is the best bet.
Okay.
It's like
you have two mechs here. You either need to push your cork all the way down through it. You're not going to pull it out.
What? Why?
No, it's not coming out. I've done this. I'm an expert.
I have to push it all the way in?
Yeah, which is going to be easier with the screwdriver.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or if you use the lighter, I've done that a few times, but 2 out of the 3 times I've done it, my wine glass exploded.
So do I need to like break
So I'd recommend removing the foil. She's a bit of an expert.
I'm cutting the foil off with a knife. I think that's what I'm doing.
Audio listeners, she's cut herself. She's bleeding everywhere. We're calling 911. She died. Audio listeners, she's dead. I'll be fine. God, I'll replace her with Extra Emily. I'll feel so much better after our conversations.
That's actually true. No one would say that we had a negative podcast if Extra Emily was on the podcast.
I love her.
Oh my god, I'm a genius.
Because you got foil off of a... I'm doing it without a knife. What are you freaking out about?
Okay.
You didn't need a knife to get foil off wine. I'm doing it one-handed, too.
Okay.
This is actually just... I'm just trying...
to each other.
I'm really just trying... Oh, let's work on that. Maybe this is positivity episode.
Audio listeners, I'm about to stab this with a screwdriver.
Okay, bring it forward.
Okay, but but apparently I'm supposed to push it all the way in.
Yeah, it's the only way. I promise.
I don't think I'm strong enough for that, I'm going to be honest.
Well, do you have a hammer? Maybe you could hit it down. Or a big shoe. Audio listeners, she's looking. I said a big shoe. Like, oh. Duh, there's a cork in it. I'm not going to spill it.
Audio.
Oh my gosh, Maya has a mallet.
Audio listeners, I have a rubber mallet and a screwdriver.
That's actually so perfect. There you go. Yes. Get it.
This is cutie. It's not working.
Why?
It's not. The cork isn't going in. The screwdriver's just going in.
Keep going. Because worst case, you make a canal and you can pour out of the canal. Fun.
You're right.
Positivity Tuesday. On a Monday. Oh, yeah, it's going.
Wine about it.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, no. It's crazy because usually whenever I've done this, I've always gotten it to go through. So now you just pull it out. Surely.
Ow!
Well, okay. No complaining on positivity episode.
I hate wine about it.
Okay, that's not positive.
It's not even Tuesday.
Well.
Oh my god.
There you go. Okay. Is it?
There's a hole in the cork. I think it goes all the way through. It has to.
Okay. Moment of truth. This is going to be the best pour ever.
ASMR out of the hole.
I don't think it's going to come out.
I want to cry.
Okay,
I really thought that would work. Why doesn't it?
The cork is pressurized and it expands once it's taken out. So all you did was give it more movement to expand. So it didn't work.
So it's going to be harder now?
No, absolutely not. But maybe you should use a knife. Same mechanic. I'm scared, but at least show it on camera in case you hurt yourself. Okay. Audio listeners, you've got to hop over to the video. This is too intense to give you a play-by-play for. This is so dangerous. Oh, God.
Is it?
I think.
I feel fine about it. Fine about it.
Fine about it. I feel like we sang that tune before Hassan and Austin. Am I crazy?
I don't recall.
Oh, that sucks.
Cutie?
What?
It's finished.
It's moving.
Cutie, I'm taking it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is so big. Oh my god.
No!
I've never... Uh-oh. You can pull it for sure. That was cool.
That was cool.
Okay, I need to catch up. Mine's not open.
Wow.
Here I go. Uh-oh.
Oh. Is it really not working? Are you being serious?
Why is it doing this?
Are you making a funny joke right now?
Oh, it's because there's already a cork in there. Silly me.
Audio listeners, she's stupid.
Okay, well.
Happy Positivity Tuesday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This thing is so wicked. I got one of these for Ludwig's mom for Christmas, and I never sent it to her.
Well, that's...
I should send it to her.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Out he goes. Audio listeners, I just used my vibrator live on podcast. It was awesome. I'm going to send one to Ludwig's mom.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Do the honors, Maya.
Okay, audio listeners, I'm going to wine pour in this from this wine bottle that I just opened with no wine opener.
Wow.
I
wonder if I drink this if it's going to give me trauma. It might take me back. I might have a Ratatouille moment, but instead I'm at a shitty apartment and I'm about to find out that I was cheated on. Huge. Okay, well, here we go.
That one was pretty good. That was pretty good. I have trauma with... No, it's not Fireball. I have trauma with tequila. Because I went to a party at UC Berkeley in college and I drank a bunch of shots of tequila and then I threw up, and because I was so drunk, I was like, I need the taste of throw up out of my mouth, so I took another shot of tequila. Wow. And then I threw up again, and then the next day, I thought the tequila would get the taste of throw up out of my mouth, but then it made me throw up again. And then the next day I had a hangover and I knocked over a bottle of tequila and it went all over my kitchen floor, and then my whole house smelled like tequila, and I had to get on my hands and knees to clean it up in like a tequila puddle while I was hungover from tequila.
That is so...
I'm pretty sure it made me throw up.
Yeah.
Again. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It smells like regret.
It smells like red wine.
Wow.
Wait. I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either, which is funny.
It makes me think of your ex. I miss him.
I miss him. What is he up to?
Don't say that. I can say that. You can't say that.
Oh, I miss him. He's 47 now. Works at a tattoo shop.
That's not problematic. I think that's fine.
He's fine.
That's a joke.
It's a joke.
We're
Stalkers.
joking.
I don't miss him. I do so much.
Oh, dude, I cut myself.
What? How? With the knife? Or with the foil?
Remember when I was like, ow, with the foil?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a cut. Like, it's like, I won't show you, but it's this long.
Ouchie.
I like sliced up my finger. Oh no.
You got a foil cut. It's like a paper cut.
I have a lighter. Should I cauterize it?
Yeah. There's no complaining. It's Positivity Tuesday. You have to stay in the room. Do it, pussy.
That is such bad
Positively.
That's not positive.
Positively do it, pussy.
Ow. You know what we should do? You know what would be really fun?
What?
You know how our Patreon goal right now is really stupid?
No.
Shit, is it?
Sorry, I was disassociated for a moment there. I'm back. No, I don't think that.
It's
cool.
Anyway,
we're only like 500 away. Tell your moms. Moms love us.
They won't care.
It's actually true. Every mom ever loved me. Mine so much she left, but all the other ones. All moms love me.
My mom does not know you. She's talked to you once.
She does, and I was like, I made some jokes, and she did not think they were funny.
Yeah.
It was after Maya broke her rib, and I was like, but she got some sick air, Miss Higa, and she was like, bitch. It was super funny.
That's cute. No, what we should do as a Patreon goal, the next one, is we should do a wine tour vlog where we go and like to a vineyard and like drink wines.
Stop. Because number one, I'm a hater. Number two, this wine is delightful, and I remember why I lost my virginity now. Number three,
here we go.
You're not gonna like this, Maya. But Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn broke up. Okay, I'm leaving it. I'm keeping it simple.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Taylor Swift is?
No. I don't know who Joe is.
Don't give that face. Of course you don't know who Joe is.
Okay.
But now I gave you the context that he was her boyfriend. That's all you need to know. He's nobody now. We don't care about him. Right,
okay,
Swifties?
Reverse the roles.
Well. Fuck.
Okay, what does this have to do with the wine tour?
Because this is what we're doing to celebrate their breakup and the Gaylors celebrating, which I can explain the Gaylors later. We'll have a whole segment on it. It's important.
Gay?
Oh my god, you'll kind of love this, but I think you'll also hate it because it's Taylor. But we'll get there. But what we will do for I don't know 10,000 patrons?
It depends.
9,000. 9,000.
That's a lot.
9,000. We'll do a road trip to Big Sur. And the Swifties know what that means. Huh, Swifties? It's lovely time.
I'm so confused. What does this have to do with anything?
Because there's probably a vineyard we can go to and do a tour.
Why Big Sur? What does that have to do? How does this have to do with Taylor Swift and her breakup? Did they break up in Big Sur?
No.
Did he drown?
No. One can only hope.
Did he propose there?
No.
They camp there together?
Her fabled lesbian relationship sparked there.
So you want
with
to do
Carly
a road
Kloss.
trip to
So you and I are going to go
with me to spark a lesbian relationship.
Yeah. At least aggressive rumors and conspiracy theories. Sounds fun.
Sounds confusing.
But you'll love it.
Yeah.
I've never been.
I don't know why you interrupted my idea for that, though, because I think mine is better. And also easier. And also
because we can do
separate.
both.
Okay, exactly. So why did you interrupt my idea and say that your idea is better?
Okay, how many subs would you like to do for yours?
I don't know. Less. Because a road trip seems like a bigger deal.
Well, okay, so if we do yours for 8,300
random,
you would have to come back twice, or they would just have to wait long, which is rude. See?
Okay, I don't know. Well, I don't have a plan logistically. All I'm saying is that we should do a wine tour where we go around. Except I don't know that we could get a winery to agree to let us film because we're just gonna hate it. That's what's funny about it, though. Is that I wouldn't like any of the wines.
If we want to drive all the way to Washington, we have a fan that their family owns a vineyard in Washington, and they've offered to let us film there, and we will not get murdered. Probably. For sure.
And
audio listeners, she is
like shit on their business.
They would love it.
I don't think so.
That's some people's fetishes.
I don't think that's any business's fetish.
Dude, this wine is so good, actually.
It actually is pretty good.
Oh my god!
I
didn't read about it. I'm so sorry, guys.
Read about it? Oh.
Take a walk on the wild side. Ew. And explore the pleasures of menage a trois. Surrender to the seduction of dark, rich berry with a hint of pepper and lush, lingering finish.
There's no pepper in this.
Leaving you to wish for more. That was stupid.
Why is it so sexual? We should, you know what we should do?
What? Get pregnant at the same time and have matching babies.
I was going to say 1 bottle each, but.
Tonight?
No. Yeah, well, yes, I would love to do that, but I have to be up at 7:30 to take care of my neighbor's farm.
Oh. Another time.
Another night.
On 5th Jersey Shore React, it'll get messy.
We should do a messy night at some point, mostly because I feel bad because I drink a glass of wine out of each of these bottles and then I don't know what to do with the wine.
I've been cooking
wine for the first time. Yeah, I cooked with wine for the first time the other night. It was fine, but like I can't cook with wine every day for the rest of my life.
Okay. This. Dramatic. You know what you should do with your extra wine? You should give it to extra Emily because she would love it.
You think so?
She loves everything.
Oh.
She's a content goblin. Did you see her taped to the wall?
I saw that she was doing that. I didn't see any of it.
She's a genius. And she was like so down to pee in her pants, which is very cool.
I don't think you can do that though.
She's the Casey Tron of 2023, but less problematic.
I think they're very different.
Well, Casey is on the opposite spectrum of 2016. They're so good for each other. What? Okay, I'm actually nervous about the drama we started on our Patreon episode. So there's a Patreon exclusive episode. I'm nervous. There's a Patreon exclusive episode, and our lovely Twitter spokesman tweeted out a clip where I was like, "Let's talk shit on the yard."
Mm-hmm. But they didn't even at the yard, so then I
then you added the yard, and I was like, surely they won't see this. But then Maya with her little check mark goes in there. Drama Central, USA.
At the yard, explain. And then Ludwig liked the Wine About It tweet, so.
I'm going to hear about it.
Oh. He'll be fine.
He's going to be like, ma'am.
He feels fine about it.
Okay. Fine about it, whine about it, think about it, cry about it. That'll be fine.
Hooray! Right, we can get back to your sleep apnea if you want, because that's where
I've self-diagnosed myself with sleep apnea.
Yeah, she thinks she's gonna die again.
Again! Yay! Well, dude, so my sister randomly came in town this weekend. Well, no, she didn't randomly. It was her birthday a few weeks ago, and so she flew in because she has 5 kids. And so for her birthday present, her husband got her tickets to Disneyland. And so he was like, go hang out with your sister, go to Disneyland. Great. So she flies in, and I know I need to pick her up at 9:30. I wake up at 10 every day without an alarm. I'm just awake. Bloop, bloop. But as soon as I set an alarm for 9:30, because I had to be at the airport by like 10:30, whatever, no sleep. It's not happening. It is 7 a.m. and I'm still like going to change the AC, turn it down, get a weighted blanket, take a Benadryl. I'm trying everything. So I text my sister and I'm like, listen, I will order you an Uber. I'll see you when you get here. There's no world I'm picking you up. Like, it's not even safe for me to drive. And I'm just wired. Like, I just, like, drank 12 cups of coffee. I'm just laying there. Finally, I fall asleep around 7, like I said. And then she gets to the house. By noon, we're at Disneyland. And I have to spend a whole day at Disney on less than, like, 4 hours of sleep. And it was miserable. And I felt so bad all day. And I was like, surely I'll fall asleep tonight. Nope, same thing happens. I'm wide awake. And so then, I don't know. I've decided I have sleep apnea.
And you want to tell them what that is?
Yeah, it's when you don't breathe in your sleep. And it can cause all sorts of issues like heart issues and thinking cognitive issues. And I do have sleep paralysis sometimes where I wake up gasping for air, or in my sleep paralysis, I'm holding my breath. And then Peter, our friend Peter Park, he has sleep apnea. And he got diagnosed because he was like, yeah, I'd always wake up and I was still tired, even though I had a full night's of sleep. And I was like, that's me. Because like the past 2 weeks, I've said like every day, like I'm so exhausted. Today, I'm actually kind of fine. But I've been so exhausted. And so I've self-diagnosed. But I did have a doctor's appointment today. And I have another doctor's appointment on Wednesday. And I'm getting sleep tests done with both offices because I like to get 2 opinions. Why'd you make that face?
I don't like. You know what? Because this reminded me of something.
What? My ex-boyfriend?
No. We drank Carlo Rossi sangria once for Wine About It, and I got
That wasn't even before Wine About It. We were just doing crafts in my kitchen.
Hammered. Oh my god, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so drunk. It's the worst. It's one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. Maybe not. Maybe the worst one.
I was fine.
I was not okay. And this just reminded me of that, and I had a moment. Anyway.
It is so easy to drink.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're a groomer...
Oh my god. No.
This is the why.
No.
Don't groom. Whine about it. 2023.
A bunch of people in the comments, by the way, said that
they said penguin.
Which was both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tragic. Anyway, yeah, sleep apnea. You're gonna die in your sleep. You did a sleep study.
So now I can't sleep. I'm doing one. I had doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
But it's complicated because I don't have insurance. And so some doctors don't want to take me.
What?
Yeah, because I'm old.
You don't have health insurance?
No.
Why?
Are you on your parents?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. What are you going to do?
I'm get my own.
How?
With my money.
How?
What do you mean?
How? Who do you call?
To get health insurance?
Yeah.
Someone who provides health insurance? What is this question? What do you mean? Are you saying because you don't know how?
I don't know how!
Why don't you ask Lud's parents? Or your dad?
My dad doesn't have insurance.
What about Lud's mom?
She works for a school. She gets insurance through the school.
What about your siblings?
They also pay out of pocket. I come from a very Republican family that if the
you go to the doctor I can't believe you don't have health insurance. I did not know
this sounds like a lecture that I didn't expect.
I did not. You go so often.
I know, but I'm limited because I get really stressed because I don't have any resources and I get really confused. It's the same reason that I went to culinary school instead of normal college. No one prepped me. My family abandoned me. I didn't know. All of a sudden, everyone in junior year of high school is like, I got accepted into Harvard. I got accepted into MIT. And I'm like, wait, we were supposed to submit stuff? I had no clue. No one told me. Everyone forgot about me.
Do you want my parents to help you get health insurance?
I'm scared.
I'm so serious.
It makes me feel so stupid. I hate feeling stupid.
I think not having health insurance when you're a hypochondriac is more stupid.
Well, it does cost quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. That's insane.
Well, and I have my primary doctors in Washington, so I want like insurance in both, but I couldn't figure out how to get insurance in both, and then I gave up again. And then it turns out there's open enrollment. You could only sign up for insurance in like November, and that's it. Isn't that messed up?
Can't your assistant help you get health insurance?
Well, Taylor also got really confused.
Oh my god. This is so weird. This is not a conversation I expect to have with you. I feel like you know how to do everything. Like you're very competent.
Dumb for this.
This is bizarre.
There are certain things in my life that get too overwhelming for me that I just can't. Applying for college and health insurance are both two instances where this has happened, where it's too much information and I just feel too stupid and I just don't do it.
Okay. Does Lud not have health insurance?
He does. Slime got... Well, because
Slime help you get into health insurance.
Slime got it figured out, and then I asked Slime how Ludwig's company has health insurance, and Slime explained it to me, and I got very confused.
Okay, 2023, we get you health insurance.
I'm scared. It really stresses me out. I'm not kidding.
I get it. I believe you.
Is there anything in your life that you feel so stupid?
Taxes.
Oh, I'm so good at taxes.
I hate doing my taxes. I hate
Really? I'm actually sad that I had to give them to a tax guy does my taxes now because there's too much to do. It would take me forever. But I loved doing my taxes. I do my friends' taxes.
A wrong opinion. That's bizarre.
Oh. Wait, you should use my tax guy.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
okay.
It's probably too late.
Yeah. I already submitted all my stuff for this year.
Next year. He's really good. Apparently there's 2 different tax filings for like bits versus subs or something.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, it's confusing. He explained it to me once.
That, actually.
Well, you don't have to deal with it. He does it. You just send him your CVS file and receipt.
CSV.
So long.
All right, so I need Q's tax guy and Q needs health insurance. This is interesting.
I need health insurance. I don't have health insurance, but I Googled like sleep clinic, and this thing was like, oh yeah, download this app. And I was like, okay. And it was like schedule an appointment. I was like, okay. So I had an appointment with this doctor today virtually, which they do now, which is a little confusing because it doesn't feel real. I don't know why. But then she's like, oh, we have offices in Beverly Hills if you just want to come in. And I was like, oh, so I might have found a real doctor finally. For the record, California has not treated me well. If you have watched my stream, dude,
it's been rough.
Every time I'm not, when I say I've been scammed, I literally have been scammed. I'll do all the research in the world and I'll be like, okay, this is a primary care doctor. I'll show up. It's at a med spa.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, while you're here, do you want some filler? And I'm like, no, I came to see if I have diabetes. Like, what is going on?
Dude, a sleep doctor in Beverly Hills without health insurance has got to be crazy.
It was 172 for the consultation. And then 200 for the sleep test.
Oh, never mind.
It's not too bad.
That's not that bad. I thought it'd be way worse.
Compared to paying $600 a month for health insurance. Really, I'm winning.
Okay.
I'm not. I went to the ER twice this year. I'm not winning.
I go to the ER a lot.
You do?
I go to urgent care all the time.
Oh, I go to urgent care all the time. Urgent care is not as expensive, but the ER is.
Okay, not the ER. I go to urgent care. Anyway. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Derailed.
I'm sorry.
There was someone in a YouTube comment that asked if we could talk about making female friends. Like, it specifically said female friends. Or talk about, like, female friendships. That is, you are asking probably maybe the worst people for that. Because Cutie and I pretty much only have each other as female friends.
Yeah.
We don't do great on that.
It's not that I don't dislike females. In fact, I envy them.
Yeah.
I do. I like stare at them all the time and I'm like, I would like to be you. But I have never had luck. I've always been abandoned by female friends and never my male friends. Even my junior high best male friend, I could call him right now. That's how close. We're still... But... Man, girls are so hard. I think it's because we're pitted against each other from so young.
Yeah.
You're not just friends with Samantha. You, like, need to be as pretty as Samantha. You need to be as smart as Samantha. You need... Samantha has a freaking horse. You don't have a freaking horse.
Samantha had a horse.
You had a horse.
I did.
Bitch.
We both, too, in high school, middle school, we were the only girl in a group of guy friends thing.
We were both pick-me girls.
We were both pick-me as hell.
Which I've said before, sometimes she needs to be picked. Sometimes you gotta pick the pick-me girl. Come on, guys. Come on. Pick her once.
So why did we do that? Why did I do that? Because I had a group of girlfriends in middle school, and then in high school, I had a group of friends. They were all guys, and I know, looking back now, that one of the reasons I did that is because I got a lot of attention from them. Number one, two, it made me feel cooler, and it made me feel cooler specifically than other girls because I was like in with the guys.
That's interesting
for me, for sure. And then three, every single one of them in that group, except for one, fell in love with me.
What? We had very different experiences. My guy friends never fell in love with me.
Oh. Yeah, it was one after the other in high school.
What? What'd they do? They just confessed to you?
Yeah, two of them confessed to me. One of them I dated even though I didn't want to because we were best friends. And then, no, the other one also told me. Yeah.
Bro.
And then we stopped being friends.
Well, mine is not like that. Mine was, with the guys was the only place I didn't feel judged. With the girls, I never had nice enough clothes. I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't have nice enough makeup. I wasn't skinny enough.
Yours sounds more genuine than mine.
Yeah, I was with the guys
issues.
Genuinely because I couldn't fit in with the girls. I just couldn't. Whenever I hung out with the guys, it was never, why are you wearing that shirt's from Walmart. That shirt's not from Hollister. They didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. And with the girls, it was like, it was weird because I wanted to be a girly girl so bad. Like my bedroom was painted pink. Like I loved the idea of being a girly girl, but I didn't know how because like I said, my parents kind of forgot about me. So no one like taught me how to like put on makeup. You know, no one taught me that. And so I'd go around these girls and I just feel really like I didn't fit in compared to the guys. We'd play video games, and that's what I always played video games with my brother. So I finally had a spot that I was like, and I could hang, like I wasn't bad. So they were never judging me like, oh, she's bad, she's a girl. They were putting me on a pedestal, which was so nice.
This is so interesting because I always assumed our experiences were very similar.
No, mine's very different than yours.
Mine sounds like a pick-me situation, and yours sounds like you were actually just like a chill girl that was friends with guys because it made sense.
Thank you. The pick me inside of me loved that you said that. Just kidding. No, it was only where I fit in. And I had two girlfriends specifically that I was always friends with. And we did that thing that girls do when they're in groups of friends where they like choose one and they, whatever. And all of a sudden this girl transferred, this girl named Sarah transfers to our school, and they're like obsessed with Sarah, and I'm just nothing to them. And it's like, okay. And that's when I really shifted to like, plus they got boyfriends really early, and they always kind of made fun of me for like, she's never kissed anyone. She's never held anyone's hand. And that wasn't even like, I say like, oh, I was 16. Like I waited till I was 16 because I was Mormon. No, no one wanted her. Genuinely. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like I would have loved to have kissed a boy before then. It just wasn't an option for me. And so since I felt like I could never keep up with them, the guys never asked me if I'd been fingered. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the guys don't care about that.
What? Dude.
We just played Halo.
The guys that were in my friend group used to ask what color underwear I was wearing.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we had very different experiences. I felt very lucky. I would sleep at my guy friends' houses. We would have sleepovers. And they wouldn't touch me. I had my own room.
I think they were just friends with me because they all wanted to be with me, which is true.
Oh.
But also probably the root of a lot of my issues with men. That's really sad.
I don't know what to say about that.
That's really sad.
Wait, okay, so mine explains like where my relationship, like where my issues with like females comes from, because those are always who have abandoned me and made me feel shit about myself. So where do you have issues with females? Or do you just have issues with everyone?
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, let's see.
I didn't realize you're actually right, because I also thought we had a very similar experience until talking right now, and I'm like, oh,
dude, yeah, all the guys, I think they just thought I was pretty, and like,
none of the guys thought I was pretty.
So they were just like, yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
With all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. That was actually, now that I think about it, that was my first experience that I can remember with sexual harassment.
Why?
We were all hanging out at my friend. There's a group of 5 guys and me, right? This is in high school. Freshman in high school. And we were all hanging out at my guy's friend's house, and then 4 of them went out to the kitchen to like go eat, and then I'm sitting in the room with one of them, and he asked me what color underwear I was wearing, and I was like, what do you mean? Because I thought we were just hanging out, and he was like, what color are they? And I didn't tell him because I was like, why do you want to know? That's so weird. Blah, blah, blah. And then he like, okay, I guess it's not sexual harassment. I don't know what it is, because he like grabbed my shorts and pulled them down. Not like took them off, but he like put his,
pulled
like,
it to the
thumb
side
in it and like pulled it to like look at them. And he was like, oh, they're and then he went and told my friends in the kitchen.
I don't know if that's sexual harassment, but it's definitely harassment. But maybe it's sexual if it's sexually charged.
Yeah, it's sexually charged for sure.
Yeah, my guy friends didn't do that.
Yeah, it sucked. I was like, what the heck? Why do they want to know that?
Yeah.
But I guess it all kind of spiraled downhill from there, because he was the first one that said that he liked me, and then it went through the rest of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
There was one of my guy friends I had a crush on that I wish he would have told me he liked me, but he never did. I was just having my Taylor Swift, "You're the Reason for the Teardrops on My Guitar" for 6 years.
I didn't have my first guy friend. I remember in college very distinctively, because we're still friends. I had these 2 guys that I would hang out with together. Like, we would hang out in, like, a trio all the time. And one of them told me they had feelings for me eventually. And I was like, yeah, like, that sucks. Because it just felt like it always happened with guy friends. The other one,
wow, I'm not kidding you. I have never, ever had a guy friend say they had feelings for me. Ever. And I've had so many guy friends. Ever.
If I had to make a list, it would be devastating.
Now that I'm hearing this makes so much sense, because bro, maybe I'm just lucky or ugly. I don't know which one. but it's crazy because, like, in one of my last relationships, I remember my boyfriend at the time being like, I don't like that you're only friends with guys because guys only want to fuck their girlfriends.
Right. And you're like, what are you talking about?
I was like, what? I was literally like, you're delusional. That's never happened to me. And it still, to this day, has never happened to me. I still have a lot of guy friends. Your situation is where they get that from, which I don't know which situation is more normal.
I distinctively remember this was either my sophomore or junior year of college. It was the end of my junior year in college. Was the first time I had a guy friend that I told my therapist this, like, about this guy. I was like, he is the first guy that I've been friends with, that I've been close to, that I don't think has feelings for me. That I don't think is, like, getting after something. I don't think he's ever going to tell me that he likes me. And he still has not to this day, and we're still friends. But that was the first time I can remember having a guy that was a friend that wasn't going after something. It's not like they've all told me, but I've had a feeling with all the ones that I've been close to where it's like, I know that they like me. I know if
maybe you're just a
narcissist. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case.
I had to be the one guy names. So you can reply to me now.
I would love to give you names because you would know exactly what I was talking about if I told you the people that I'm talking about. But
she's spilling tea.
No, I'm not. That's the point.
Oh. But,
okay, yeah, I don't know. Issues with women. I had a normal group of girlfriends in middle school. Mm-hmm. I had one girl that I was best friends with in high school. We certainly had a lot of issues. It was one of those, like...
a frenemy relationship.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was very, dynamic, I guess. Like, it would just be highs and lows, you know? And we're friends now, but it's been very complicated. And then... my other friend that's, like, my oldest friend, like, I lived with her in college, is great. We're still friends. Seems pretty chill. But I don't have other friends that are women that I talk to. Really.
Wait, but so what caused the burn? I don't understand.
What burn?
What caused...
so in high school?
Yeah, like with me, I think there's obvious reasons why I have, like, trust issues with women specifically.
Yeah. For me in high school, I went off to college and she did not. And then I think she felt like I dropped her when I went to school, that I forgot about her. I love having friends in my life. Here's another topic of conversation. I love having friends in my life that I don't need to talk to at all. And then months later, I can call them and be like, this has just happened, you know? And they pick up, right? I love that because I'm such a busy person. And so that's kind of what I was expecting. And she really values, like, checking in, you know, and, like, regular communication and stuff.
Hate that.
And so, yeah, we really clashed over that. And there was a time in college when I was, during my sewer slide era, when I got out of the hospital and I called her and I hadn't talked to her for, like, 6 months or something. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just feel like you should know that this happened. Like, I want to talk to you about it. She got really mad. She was like,
why?
She was like, you didn't give me a chance to help you throughout this whole thing. I didn't even know that you felt this way, and now you're just going to call me after you tried, you know? She's like, how do you think that makes me feel? And I was like, oh, okay, never mind, sorry. So that was our falling out. But now we're okay, so.
I still don't, okay, so I guess you had less of a distrust for women and you just liked the attention from the guys is why you were friends with guys. I think
that's probably, that's probably it.
But so why aren't you friends with girls now? You think because of that one girl?
No.
Do you hate women? You can say it here on the podcast if you want, in a safe space. You can say it as loud as you want.
I think there must be.
If you mean it.
It's not like I don't avoid being friends with women. I just find it hard to develop like deep.
Are you only friends with me because you think you're prettier than me? Be honest.
Yes.
Damn it. Again.
I find it hard to form deep connections with women. And I don't know why. I actually don't.
Well, I think what I know of is that from my experience, women are so much more complicated than men. And I don't know, I don't say this in like a derogatory way towards men. Men will just say what they're fucking thinking. From my experience, like I've been friends with guys. She's paying. I've been friends with guys so many times, and if they're mad, they'll be like, I'm mad. But they're less likely to get mad compared to a lot of the times with my female friends that I've had. It's like, I don't even know they're mad until 3 weeks later, and it's through the grapevine. They're just not as confrontational, but that's because we've been trained to not be confrontational. As a woman, you're told to shut the fuck up most of your entire life. So of course they're not confrontational, but that's the problem because I'm a very confrontational person that I never understood too. I was like, why don't you just tell me that you're mad? Why don't you just tell me that I said something that bothered you? Something that makes me so insanely upset all the time is when I get feedback 3 weeks later that someone's like, oh, you said this and it rubbed me the wrong way. Bro, just tell me when I said it, please, for the love of God.
She's talking about something specific right now. She's mad.
I am. I have so many instances in my life of this where people are like, oh, like this and this rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, why didn't you say something, you fucking pussy? Just say something. This goes to men too. There's many men that have done this to me, but still, like, it's just like, just say it. Like if something bothers you in the moment, just be like, whoa, what was that? Or even like, 12 hours later if it rubbed you the wrong way. So send the text.
Yeah.
Say, hey, when we were talking earlier, I didn't realize this bothered me, but it did.
I'm like racking my brain right now. You can continue. But I have
You're
a thinking
fine.
face on because I'm thinking.
About what?
Why I have issues making female friends when I've only ever been burned by men.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I've been burned by females. That's why because I've had more meaningful relationships with women. I think I can get to a deeper connection with most women because it's like, I get you. Like, I get you. I understand. Like, yeah. I forgive anyone ever who has ever talked shit on me. Any female friend I've ever had, if they've called me names behind my back, I forgive you. You were having a day. I don't care. I could hear that, like, your best friend Katie called you a cunt. I probably deserved it that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can forgive that. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people cannot. And it's like, have some empathy on how we have been forced to deal with things emotionally. We've been forced, don't talk about it. Don't react. Don't be angry, because if you're angry as a woman, you're a bitch, like, and no one wants to be a bitch. So I understand. I totally understand it. And I have empathy for it. But sadly, I don't get that same empathy in return. And it's just like, it's so frustrating.
You want to hear something sad?
Yeah. So sad.
Just came up with?
On our non-depressing Tuesday.
Ah, shit.
It's okay. Tell us.
No, it's a theory that I just came up with. It's
okay.
Very sad.
Okay.
You know how I said that I got very comfortable thinking, or very used to thinking, that guys wanted to be my friend because they wanted the chance, or that they liked me, or if I gave them the opportunity, they would. And so they liked being around me for that reason. Mm-hmm. What if I feel more comfortable being friends with men because I think that about most of them automatically, and then I'm like, oh, I already know that they want to be around me. At least they want to be around me for that reason. You know what I mean?
Whoa. You're saying at least you have some value to them.
Yeah, at least they have a reason to be around me. Like, they want to be around me for some reason. There's this reason.
That's interesting.
That's sad. I hate that. I need to ask my therapist about that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. The reason I've gravitated towards being friends with men is because they're just more simple to me. From my experience, they don't take things as personally, and they also communicate slightly better. They don't internalize as much, because I also think, to a fault, men throughout their entire lives have been told not to internalize, which is bad. I think that's very bad, because they never can think about stuff. They are always just like, oh, don't care, don't cry. Mm-hmm. Guys don't cry, right? Like, that's a problem, but it's to my benefit in my relationships, my friendships with men, is because I just get them. I don't have to second guess, like, did they take that wrong? Because I've never had that instance with them compared to with women. I've had it over and over again. I had a falling out with a friend because we were shopping one time and they held a shirt up to themselves and they said, "Do you think this would look good on me?" And I said, "Ugh, no."
I remember that, yeah.
Because that's how I am. I'm brutally honest. I feel, why would I let you buy a yellow shirt? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's chartreuse. No one looks good in chartreuse. Like, no, it's not going to look good on you. And she took that comment so personally and was like, fuck her. Like, I can't believe she said that about me. So it made me like, it gave me a weird complex where I was like, I should have said, it looks fine. Or maybe the purple one, like deflect. Which gave me a really weird complex, which I regret that gave me a complex because I should just say what I think.
No, okay, so interesting that you bring that up. I think another problem that I have is going to make us both sound like pick-me's.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Uh-oh.
And no, and it's not even a pick-me thing because I wish we were both better at this. Because there is a girl code with, like, being very, very nice and very bubbly and very happy.
Oh,
and very,
right.
Like, girl, like, you look so hot. Like, I love you.
I have never once been drunk in a bathroom and said that.
We can't do that. I try, and it comes off so cringe every time I try to do it. It's just not, it's not what it feels like. When it comes out of my mouth, it doesn't, and it feels good when other girls are doing it to me. I like that energy. Like, I love
do
being around
too.
Women. But when I do it, it doesn't sound the same. Like, it doesn't feel the same. And I feel like,
I feel like an imposter.
I feel like an asshole when I'm around girls because I don't have the, like, excited, like, aura. I don't even know how to explain it.
Oh my God, we suck. We do sound like really gross people right now.
I know. That's what I just said. But it's not a pick me thing because we both wish that we were like that. And we're not. And we could, I'd say we could try, but we can't.
Well, I did try. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was this phase, especially in our circle of female streamers, where a girl would post a selfie and they'd be like, fucking step on me, spit on me, choke me to the ground. I fucking love you. You're so fucking hot. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. That's how we do it. I get it. I'll do that. You know? And so, like, this is so embarrassing to admit, and maybe I shouldn't admit this, but I literally went to all the girls in my potential social circle, so every girl in LA that I know, and I set notifications on their Twitter, so when they posted a selfie, I would say something like, "You're so fucking hot." Like, I'd try to say it, but I felt like it was so, like, out of my character. It just didn't feel, I was like, this is stupid.
Imagine me and you. Imagine if you post something and I was like, "You're so hot, step on me." Yeah. I wish. I'm telling you, with my whole heart and soul, my entire heart and soul, I wish I could be that girl in the bathroom that's like, "You look fucking fine." Like,
and I can think it, but I can't say it out loud. I don't know why.
I can say that I can say, like, a girl looks pretty, or I can be like, "I love your dress," you know, or whatever. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I can't be like, "Shut the fuck up," like, "Step on me." Like, I just can't. Yeah. But this literally happened the other day, Easter. So, like a couple days ago. I posted a picture where I was holding a guinea pig. And Jenna.
As a child.
Yeah, okay. But then Jenna Meowery responded. Take out the child part because it adds a layer that we don't need to talk about here.
Uh-oh.
Jenna Meowery responded and she was like, something like, "I wish I was that guinea pig right now," or something like that. And I was thinking of responding. First of all, she's so hot, and, like, I want to be her friend.
She is the hottest human on the planet.
And I want to be her friend.
Genuinely think
and
that.
I was like, I need to respond something like that matches her energy.
I need to be cool.
I was thinking, and I was like, I was thinking of, like, responses that would be funny, and what were some of the responses I was thinking of? Actually, this is so embarrassing. Like, one of the, it's not funny, and I didn't post it because it's not funny. It makes no sense. The only thing I could come up with was something about, like let me pick you up and, like, hold you.
You're like, okay, let me pick you up.
I realize it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know, and so I just liked it. And then I was like, she's not, like, I didn't match her.
You didn't match her energy.
No, I just liked it. And
yeah,
now
we're
she's
the problem.
not gonna think that I'm, like, cool and that I want to be her friend. So I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. I I hate this conversation. Looking back at this conversation, it's just such a pick-me conversation. Makes me want
we
to throw up.
suck. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting a little better. I get better when I go out to bars. Peach Jars has helped me a lot. I love Peach Jars. Love Peach Jars. And she's really good about, like, hyping me up and, like, making me feel comfortable. And so I would like to learn a little bit from her because she's a girl's girl, you know?
Yeah.
That's sick. And Brit's also really great because Brit's not like the girly, like, oh my god, like, you're so beautiful, whatever.
Yeah,
She's
Brit
really
isn't like a spit on me type.
No,
yeah.
but she's very, like, she makes everyone feel comfortable, and she definitely hypes you up, and she's also a girl's girl. And so I need to learn from them, and, like, maybe it's just a matter of opening up a little more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know how to open up, though, because I've been told to do that, too. I think, like, okay, so probably my next closest girlfriend besides you is Brooke, which, shout out Brooke's mom. The other day, hi Brooke's mom. The other day, Brooke sent me a screenshot and it was like a text from her mom being like, "Oh, there's a new Wine About It episode." Anyway, Brooke's mom, you got to be a guest on the podcast at some point. You're gonna be amazing. Brooke will have to watch and like learn about her mom's page. She'll be like, "Oh god, it's fine." Brooke will be fine. She's fine. But the reason that I know Brooke and I have similarities is because we have the same therapist.
That's crazy.
We have the exact same therapist. And so a lot of our bonding is over the fact. And we're also, we have similarities in like, she can't do fruit for no reason at all. It gives her the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. And I can't do sauces for no reason at all. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. So we're both a little on the spectrum in some sort of way. I'm saying that genuinely. I'm not saying that as a joke. Something is wrong with us.
The spectrum is large.
Yeah. There's some, like, we're just a little, it's just not normal to, like, despise, like, I think about mayo and it makes my skin crawl.
Are you talking about the autism spectrum?
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily puts you on the autism spectrum.
Really?
I think it's just food sensitivity. Like, I think that could be a symptom of autism, but I think you need others to be on the spectrum.
I need to go to a doctor.
I don't think
really? You don't think I'm on the spectrum at all?
No.
I really think I am.
I've worked with autistic kids since 2009.
Really?
Yes.
I have so many autistic people in my family. I kind of figured that.
I mean, could be.
I don't know. Regardless, we bond over strange things like that. And so, but Brooke also, if you look at it, I feel like she's not like, you know, you never see Brooke saying, "Step on me, spit on me, this and this and this."
Yeah, that's true. And
so I wonder, I'm like, am I stereotyping people unfairly? Does everyone feel that way and people are just typing these things? Or do they mean it? Do people mean that?
What is the root of it? Like, because there's no way.
I don't want anyone to step on me.
Right. Okay. It's not about stepping on each other. This comment was like, how do I make female friends? Like, what? The key to female friendship is not realizing your female friends. Like, that's not it. I don't know what the root of it is. I don't know. There's I don't know.
Audio listeners, okay? I missed my mouth.
That's so embarrassing.
There's so much wine everywhere. I'm using the frog pillow.
Apologize.
I'm using Durs.
No. Durs. No.
There was no wine left for anyone who wants to cancel me from that.
I think
dude, I don't know. Something's wrong with us. Well, I know why. Genuinely, I'm not kidding you. I had female friends up until high school, and then they burned the shit out of me.
Okay, don't villainize all females. No, don't be like, that's
I'm not trying to. No, but I'm saying that I think that's where I have a hard time opening up to girls.
I see. Yeah.
Because it always seems like, but it was high school, so I don't know why I hold on to that. But I've seen it in adult life too.
I think for me, that's you personally. For me personally, I think that I have always been burned by guys in a very different way.
That's so weird.
And I think that I'm drawn to men more because I think I have an automatic, like, in that I think that they already want me there, that I think that they already like me, and so I don't need to worry about whether or not they like me.
Weird.
I think that's where it comes from, which is...
That is so interesting. We have such
devastating.
Different perspectives on the same pipeline.
I don't like that realization at all. I have a big ick, and I'm going to drink more wine.
She's icky. Wow, that's so interesting. Well, so we have no advice. I would like more girlfriends. I'm not saying this in a way that, like, I genuinely am not trying to be a pick-me. I just am scared of. I'm genuinely afraid of women.
I think that it's just a matter of like being open and being a girl's girl. I think you need to like support other women. I think you need to hype them up.
But I do.
Like, I'm here.
I do support other women, like as much as I humanly can. You know, I had a table at. I reached out to Twitch, and I had a table at like Streamer Awards that was just for small female streamers because I'm like, yes, let's fucking go, ladies. You know, like I really do want. Like and I'm not kidding you. When I see when I see Arya and Pokey and Jamie go out to Boba, I'm so jealous. Yeah. When I see Lily and Jody and Leslie go to freaking Disneyland, I'm so jealous. I'm jealous with my whole heart.
This is true, and it makes her really sad.
It makes me so like
not because they're not inviting her, just because she doesn't have that.
I just don't have that. Yeah, it's not on them. Like so, Ludwig, Wendy, Lily, and Leslie are all making a song together. And I'm like, why Ludwig? Like, I love, you know me, I'm a fucking little theater kid. Like, I love that. Like,
again,
damn, what is wrong with me?
Girls.
No,
it's
not
those girls.
I don't want, please do not direct this at, like, Wendy, Leslie, Lily. Like, it's not their fault. But I'm just like, then it even becomes like, what does Ludwig have that he is more approachable to these women? Because I genuinely believe that I am not approachable to women.
Ludwig
I believe that with my whole heart. Ludwig is approachable to anybody. Literally, that is something that I envy about him, as I see the way that people just are able to come up to him, and I'm like, literally how? Like, that's all I want in the whole wide world. I want to be that person that walks in a room and lights it up, and I'll never be able to, and I don't know, and it makes me so mad.
I think Lud is really good at, even if he doesn't, acting like he cares about what you care about.
Yeah, he is good at that.
He's really good at acting like... okay, I'm not saying that he doesn't care, because sometimes he does, but there's no way he always
Sometimes
does.
he doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, right. I think he acts very interested in, like, what you're interested in, and, like, acts like he really wants to know more, you know? And then you feel really comfortable talking to him, and you're like, oh, this guy thinks I'm cool. All people care. All people,
dude,
like, they just want to feel cool. And like,
you want to hear the dumbest thing that I did recently? Is, okay, a few months ago, Sidion invited me to a musical, and I was so excited, because I love musicals. I love live theater.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go because I was sick or something, and I was like so devastated, and I was like, I went online and I found some other musicals, and I bought tickets to Anastasia, which is a musical that's like at the end of this month actually. And so I bought tickets, and I was like, with all intention of inviting her and a bunch of other people that I think would enjoy it, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna like make friends. My dumb ass, like thinking so, like trying to fix it, I mapped to the theater. It's like 3 hours away from LA. I just like put in California, because I'll tell you something about Washington. It's probably like only 2 hours away. If you're in Seattle, it's like at most like an hour and a half away. Like everything's just like so there. No, LA is. So that was a sad effort that I failed at.
That's tragic.
Yeah. I'm nervous now that we talked about this.
Why?
Are you nervous? I'm nervous. I just think, okay.
I'm not nervous at all.
I once had a clip of me on Ludwig's stream that went viral, and everyone called me a pick-me girl because I was talking about how much I envied being put together. Like, look, Pokimane, for example.
Oh.
Pokimane is so fucking put together. Mm-hmm. Her makeup is on fleek. Her outfits are on fleek. She's just fucking gorgeous. And maybe that didn't come naturally to her. Maybe she's worked really hard to get that, but she looks so fucking good all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. I do not. And I wish I did. I wish I could roll down to Ludwig's stream and look like a hot piece of fine trophy girlfriend. But I don't. I usually like have my crazy hair and a big hoodie. I'm like waddling down there with like whatever, you know.
You know
like,
what's interesting? You do sound like a pick-me right now, but I know that you're not being like.
I'm not.
Much understand what you're saying.
So genuine in what I'm saying right now.
Because it sounds like, it sounds like you want people to be like, no, like you're naturally pretty. Or
that's
like,
not what I want.
No, like you're hot too, or like oh she must try so hard to look that pretty. I just don't do that. Like that's what the pick.
No, that's and that's not it.
Right.
It's just like I wish I could. I have no sense of style. It's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
Like none. Well, I cannot put an outfit together.
That's not true. Sometimes
all of my outfits that I put together, Taylor does them for me. Exactly. Like so, Taylor, my assistant.
If it makes you feel better.
Oh, dude. Taylor, my assistant, she has the most drip in the entire world. Yeah, it's actually insane. She always looks fucking good, even if it's like her loungewear looks good. And I'm like, how? Like, literally how? And so whenever you see an outfit of mine that looks good, Taylor put it together. There's no shot I put it together. Like, and I envy that. And again, like I said, you know, who knows? Pokey might have a Taylor, and that's why she looks so amazing. But man, do I genuinely fucking wish that just came naturally to me. I wish I could just like know, like, dude, do you see those makeup creators that like, oh, let me combine purple and blue on my eyeshadow and it just looks fucking sick? Yeah. Literally, how do you do that? Like, I'm saying it's so like I why is that not me? And I imagine this
bizarre. Is like, I really hope that people can see that we envy this and we want this and we love women. Literally, I've been told very recently. I told you about this. It made me insane for days. Someone told me, they were like, every time I say that I work for you, people are like, oh my god, like, is she scary? Or like, people are like, oh my god, how's that? You know, or like, oh yikes, like, because people don't like me here. Or when I go to parties here, people think that I'm scary, is what I was told. Yeah. He literally told me, this guy that works for me, he was like, everyone in Austin thinks that you're scary. And I was like, well, okay. I don't know, it's just the way that I come off, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we should ask other girls about it.
What's interesting is and I get, like, so Jody sent me the nicest message one time that was like, hey, I want to be your friend. I want to hang out with you more, blah, blah, blah. Like, as everyone knows, I practically live in, like, San Diego. Mm-hmm. So my drive to LA is insane. And so I can't hang out with people as casually as I was like. I'm very, very isolated. So I'm hoping, like, if we ever move someday that hopefully, like, you know, we'll be closer. But I do think, like, that's a big part of it too, where it's like, I do have people reach out to me because they hear me talk about this because I talk about it all the time. Mm-hmm. And so I hope, like,
I'll be friends with you.
Yeah. So I hope that's a thing, but it's also just so hard. Yeah. I don't freaking know. I wish we had better advice on, like, how to make female friends. I don't know because I'm working on it. Maya and I only became friends because we worked together.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is really every female friend I have, actually. Taylor's my only other female friend. She was one of the very, very first people. I've known Taylor for 10 years because I hired her at a job. Mm-hmm. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, it was a very slow burn with us, for sure. I don't really remember how it started, besides us, like, doing stuff together every once in a while.
Well, yeah, it would, like, we would call and talk about housewives. And like,
okay, right, that's where it started. And then there's the breakup, and then I would call
and then the breakup. Well, what was funny is, I don't know if I've told you this, but the first time after the breakup, when you flew out here, because I was like, fly out here, take a break, get away from everything, blah, blah. We were in the car together, and I was so stressed because I'm like, if we're not talking about the breakup, what are we going to talk about? Yeah. It made me so stressed. I was so stressed out.
Yeah, I don't remember the first time I came to LA, but I do remember you telling me that.
I was so stressed. I think about it sometimes, it makes my skin crawl.
That's weird.
I was so stressed in the car. I was like, I don't want to talk to her about it.
Okay, so the point is, Cutie has social anxiety. We both have resting bitch face. We're not very bubbly. And we have a hard time making friends, so I'm really sorry that you asked that question because we have spent an hour giving no good advice.
Absolutely none.
If you had to give your best shot at advice for making female friends, go. That sucked. Oh my god. It was worse.
I don't know. I really genuinely, with my heart and soul, I don't know.
Well, that's not very helpful.
I'll be honest, the whole point of Girls Trip, you guys saw Girls Trip. Girls Trip was trying to get a bunch of females together so we could fucking bond. Because let me tell you what, at camp, I'm so close to every single person that came to camp. I've developed relationships with them because that is my gateway to friendship, is working together. Can I tell them
something? It sucks because I can't clear this with you because you're not going to know what I'm talking about. And I want to say it, and it's really sad.
Just say it. It'll be fine.
Cutie told me in the car on the way to Girls Trip, I was like, because it was so stressful. Like, there was so much that was being pulled together and, like, so much that was going wrong. And I was like, why do you do this? I was like, what, like, is this really worth it when everything's on everyone else's channels? And, like, not yours. Like, you're not growing. Like, why are you doing this? And she told me that she wanted to RP having a group of girlfriends.
That's so pathetic.
That is so... And I was like, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. And you were like, yep. That's so sad.
It was so great until it was ruined multiple times.
Yeah, but that's so sad.
But then it was also sad because every single night I'd just be cleaning up and I wouldn't be able to like bond with anybody, and I was so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, that's why Girls Trip didn't work. Because I went into it with the wrong intentions.
And you were just really stressed the whole time. You were working.
Yeah.
You know?
I was working.
And when you're working, and when you're busy, like, you seem mad. So do I. So
yeah,
at Streamer Awards, we were not approachable at all. Like,
no.
We looked like, we seemed pissed at everybody. We seemed pissed that everyone was there, because everyone was pissing me off.
Honestly,
pissing you off.
That's how I am when I work. I have apologized to Ray, but publicly I owe Ray the biggest apology because I am in work mode. I'm like, and she had to deal with me all day. Yeah. And Ray and I, as we've gotten much closer, but we're not close enough for me to be like snapping at her. And I still feel bad about it, but I've apologized to her, I think, hopefully. What?
You have.
I have. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's like Maya, I can snap at Maya and she's like, oh, she's working, you know, like,
yeah.
And you can forgive me, but it takes a while to get like on that level. Like Taylor, I've probably snapped at Taylor 1,000 times. She could write a twit longer on me about my snapping. But I just am, yeah, you saw. But I think I genuinely have a hard time. I'm a vocal processor, so I have to,
Same.
I don't think before it comes out of my mouth. It just comes out of my mouth. And it's gotten me in trouble so many times, but that's part of it. So my advice for making girlfriends is work with them. LOL.
That's terrible advice.
I know. I don't have any though, because look, how many girlfriends do I have?
All right, let's see. If I had to give, we're so bad at this, right? We're like not good.
Dude, we suck. Advice. We sound like women haters, but I promise we're not. All I want in the whole wide world is to have a slumber party with a bunch of girls and a charcuterie. It sounds awesome. And to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what to talk about. Embarrassing.
If I had to give my absolute best shot at like advice for making girlfriends, my best shot, it would just be you got to be a girl's girl. You got to go into it like assuming the best, supporting everything that they do, thinking they're beautiful, thinking they're like, you know, God's gift to this planet, that like you love them because they're a woman, you know? And then you develop like the girl's girl bond, and then you're like, yeah, we're in this together. She's got me. I think that's the best way to do it. I think it's like big for women to feel like they're supported by other women, because like you said before, we're so conditioned to pit against each other. Mm-hmm. And to compete with each other.
I mean, think about one of the very first things you saw in pop culture. It was like Christina versus Britney.
Right. And so when you come out and you're just like, I'm here for you, you know, and like you show that you like them and that you're interested in what they're interested in. Also, this is like kind of psychotic, but in college, one of the ways I made friends in classes, this is kind of crazy. One of the best ways that I made friends in classes, I don't know if I'm recommending this for women. It's just making friends in general. In every class, the first class that I was in every quarter, I would pretend like I forgot a pencil or a pen, and I would ask the person next to me if they had one, even though I had my own and then they would give me one, and then they felt like they were useful, or they felt like I liked them for some reason. Because it's so important for people to feel like they're useful and liked, and that you want to be around them. And so if you're like, you just saved my life, like, thank you so much, holy shit. And then you start talking to them, like, there's kind of an automatic in there. You got to make people feel like you care about them. And that they're useful. Do you think that's crazy? Is that messed up?
No, I don't think it's messed up. I think it has good intentions, so it's hard to be messed up. I think maybe it's interesting.
A tinge manipulative, but
I think because the interesting word you said was making other people useful. Maybe my problem is because I'm so independent that
You definitely do not let people feel like they're...
Yeah, I don't let people feel like they're useful, which is probably sad. Because I like being useful for other people, so it's probably...
Right.
But just making friends in general as an adult...
hard.
It's hard, but I will say the best thing, Jenny, I've said this for the past few months, the best thing I've done for my mental in the past probably 3 years, The best thing I've done is started my book club. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's the best thing. And it was really hard. And it was a group of us that barely talked. And now we talk once a month. And now that has spawned into like my hiking group. That has spawned into random, like that is the best thing I've done. To have my own social circle, my own thing, developing relationships that you don't have to take care of, because that's a big thing. I see these guys once a month and we catch up on everything. Mm-hmm. It's great.
I wish that I could speak to making friends in adulthood, but the reality is my step into adulthood when I left college as an institution and like went to make friends as an adult was my step into the streaming industry.
Yeah.
And I
don't make friends in the streaming industry.
Right. And so all the friends that I've made, it's very complicated, right? And I don't, most of them are not my friends. They're in the streaming industry, right? And I've talked about this on my stream, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. They're just like, it's very complicated. So I haven't really had a good step into adulthood and like making normal friends.
I think what's interesting is what really pisses me off is when I see clips of people being like, oh, they're in the social circle, they're in the it crowd. We're all coworkers, baby. Yeah. Like true. A lot of people are not actually as close as they're perceived to be.
Right. Yeah.
And so like it's all about you'd be friendly with Bob in accounting the same way that I'm friendly with Hassan, but like Hassan's probably a bad example because you know we have a working relationship together. But you know, like I just think it's so hard to actually have real meaningful relationships with people no matter where you are in life. And so obviously you're talking to two clueless people, and I wish we could give you advice. And it's crazy that we've spent the entire episode on this because we had other things to talk about.
Yeah, but it's not for today. We're almost at an hour and a half. We're like an hour and 15.
I know.
An hour and 25.
Yeah, which our goal is to be anywhere between an hour to an hour and 30.
Okay, well.
So I don't even know if we start another topic.
Now we have to give our best advice for making friends in adulthood.
I did. I said a book club.
Okay, she said a book. That's very specific.
I know, but like reach out. Okay, a club of some sort. Reach out to random people that maybe you don't talk to that often and say, hey, do you want to start a hiking group? We'll go hiking every Saturday. Right. Whoa, that's too much. One Saturday a month, choose a different thing. Like, do you want to start a brunch group?
Okay. Great example, because my take is everybody, it's so easy to make friends when you're all bound by an institution, whether it's school or a job or whatever. Yeah. Like you're around each other, like you have common ground. It's easy, like to make friends that way. Once you're an adult and you're not necessarily in an institution, if you want to make friends outside of your coworkers, that is hard to do. But that's for everybody. Like that's hard to do for
everybody struggles.
Everyone is struggling with this. So what you just said, being like, hey, you want to go do this? Everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants to add, not everyone, right? But like everyone wants to add a like healthy piece of their social life, you know?
Think of how simple even just saying, hey, do you want to start a foodie group?
Or just like
someone picks a new restaurant every month.
Giving them the opportunity.
Do you want to start a board game group? Every person chooses a new board game each month.
Yeah. To do something social. Like everyone's struggling with it. I think that's my best advice. Not really advice. But like, remember that everybody is struggling with it. It's hard to do as an adult. It's really hard. And you should not feel bad if you don't have friends as a young adult. Most people don't have friends.
No, I don't.
As a young adult. Like having a good social group as a young adult is hard. It's easy in college. Everyone's friends in college. Like once you're out, it's really hard to do. So it's everybody. It's not just you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not like you have like you're like bad socially, whatever. Like everyone's struggling with it. So reaching out and like and trying to get people to do stuff, they probably are struggling with the same thing. So it's worth a shot.
I would say before the book club, I was like good coworkers with like Myth. I would say maybe acquaintances. We're closer than just like coworkers. Yeah. I was definitely just coworkers with Brooke. We like never talked. I didn't even know Bjergsen, and now we all see each other once a month and we all keep each other up to date, and it's so great. Yeah. Like it's very nice. It's so great. So it's just and that was it took me I think about 2 months to send those 4 text messages. Mm-hmm. And the reason I started with 4 is because the more people you add, the more complicated it gets. and that was advice from my therapist. She was like, just start with like 4. 4 is a good number, you know? And now with the 4, we've like talked about like, okay, once we hit 6 months, maybe we go to Palm Springs as a group and we read 2 books and then we talk about it. Or like once we hit a year, maybe we go on a ski trip, or maybe like, so we're trying to like think of things to like motivate us to stay together as a group and an activity that we all, it's good for us.
Yeah.
It's good for everybody socially until somebody turns out to be like sexist or something. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hard
you never
part of
know.
the streaming industry. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice because we don't even, when we're together, we don't even talk about streaming.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's a breath of fresh air because, I mean, this isn't relatable to anyone listening to us because you guys aren't like, oh, streamers, you know? But just having something out of your normal is great.
Yeah. I feel bad.
Why?
Our advice sucked.
Our advice did suck. I'll ask Ludwig. He'll know.
He would.
Ludwig.
What?
How do you make girlfriends?
Like friends that are girls, or like how do I as a guy get a girlfriend?
Friends that are girls, hopefully.
I don't know.
You're good at it. You have more girlfriends than I do.
What do you mean, as a guy, or as me, or as a girl?
Well,
as a person.
As a person.
I think it depends. It's different.
He says it depends. It's different.
It's not the same if you're a guy. It's not the same if you're a girl. Because guys have very shallow relationships.
Guys have very shallow relationships, so maybe that's why I have more guy friends, because I don't have to get as deep. Who knows? Maya and I were given the task of figuring out how to make more girlfriends. And as you know, Maya and I are not good at that. So I was hoping maybe you would have advice, because you are good at that. Because you have more girlfriends than me. No? Ludwig's giving me half a pizza. Wow. Look at my pizza.
That's so nice.
That is nice. Ludwig's really nice to me. I don't say it enough. Antipasta. No, I'll do garden. Yeah, it seems less salty today. I actually kind of complicated. We can
Hi, Maya. Hello.
Hello, Ludwig.
Just want to say hi, and I think you're probably great at making girlfriends.
Do you want to answer
son of a bitch.
why Maya's never been on the yard because she's upset?
Yeah, I saw that clip. I actually saw Slime watching that clip right after we recorded the yard, and he looked shy and coquettish after. like a schoolgirl who got in trouble. Why hasn't Maya been on the yard? Like off the record or on the record?
Off the record.
That bitch? What the fuck she gonna say? Like, I like animals? Like, let's be real. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I don't know. I don't do. What'd she say?
She said,
the real reason is because I don't do jack shit for the yard. I show up about once a week, and then occasionally I'm like, hey, I want to travel across the world.
blame Aiden.
Exposed.
Well, and then they are less friends with you. So it's probably my fault that you two haven't been on the yard.
Eamon Gaiman and me, we're friends.
She said, Eamon, Gaiman, and me were friends.
When's the last time you talked to Eamon Gaiman?
When I was in Japan, he messaged me and he was like,
Really?
Japan? I've been to Japan.
And he talked about Japan.
Wow. Well, I'll clue you in. Aiden also doesn't do jack shit for the yard.
Okay, I'm friends with Slime.
Nick's the only one that does shit for the yard.
She just said, I'm friends with Slime. You just threw Nick under the bus.
It's Nick. If you're not friends with Nick, he's usually the one that will line up guests, or I do occasionally.
Me and Nick go way back.
She said her and Nick go way back.
Do you want to do the yard next time you're in LA?
No.
She said no.
Okay, I read her lips on that one. Why haven't I been asked to do wine about it?
It's for women.
It's for women, she said.
What? Oh, that's why you asked Myth to come on and you showed him freaking like little flippy tubes and you said, "Where does this go in the vagina?" Right? That's why freaking Will Neff gets to come on. Hassan.
Will's never been on. Also, I counted you as on in my brain because you'd been on so many like other episodes.
No, I just got high and then talked to people on chat roulette and it was uncomfortable. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
That was good.
right now we're in our no guest phase. I like to keep that clear.
Respect.
Also, for the record, I didn't think that clip, our Twitter person put that clip up. We were on our Patreon episode, and I said, let's start some drama. And I just started saying drama things. And then that clip got put on, and I was like, oh no, it's like the yard's going to feel bad. And I got nervous.
No, you're right.
He said I'm all right.
Okay to feel bad.
He's lying. He's mad.
But you heard it. Do you want to take Durst with you? Yeah. But you heard it here first. The reason I'm not on the yard is because Aiden hates me.
True.
Eamon Gaiman.
Eamon Gaiman hates us both.
What a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
That's
piece
the
of
next
shit.
Twitter.
Yeah, Eamon Gaiman, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Put that on Twitter.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude,
all right, everybody. That's this
close it
episode. We gotta close it up. We didn't talk. We had a list, and we only talked about that one question.
You literally, we were talking on the phone earlier today. Why do we still do that? I don't know, because we have a podcast. We were talking on the phone earlier today, and she was like, one, she was starting to tell me something, and she's like, no, we should just wait for the podcast. And two,
my cookbook, which we didn't even talk about.
Frick! And two, she was like, Maya, I just feel like we don't have enough to talk about. Like, I feel like we never have enough to talk about. We have never, ever had a problem with having enough to talk about. Ever. Also, problem, I'm feeling this wine, and so I feel like we should record a Patreon episode, a drunk Patreon episode.
Should we? We can.
I know we should do that, but also
because we do have enough to talk about.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but it's what, 9 o'clock right now?
10
o'clock. Well, then we don't have to. We can record Jersey Shore tomorrow and instead do a Patreon episode right now.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. What do you have tomorrow? Because that's the other thing we haven't talked about. I'm not streaming. I'm quitting.
Oh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We're gonna talk about
Bye.
that on the Patreon episode. See you later.
See you later.